going on YouTube? I am back with another video, and in this one I want to do the recap of the Eastgate Mall show that I went to this past weekend, as well as show all of the pickups. And as you guys can tell, and if you watch the Eastgate Mall show video, I mentioned I didn't make as many pickups as I was really hoping to. Honestly, was hoping to pick up anywhere from like 10 to 20 cards because ideally I would have liked to have graded some with PSA in my upcoming value bulk submission, and then I would have also liked to held some out for the stocking stuffer mystery packs I am planning for Black Friday. So I did only end up making 7 pickups. I picked up 7 cards at the show, and I have not evaluated the condition, so I don't know what I'm going to be grading. I don't know what I'm going to include in the mystery packs yet. So if you guys are interested in that, I know I've mentioned it here and there throughout this month, but stay tuned. I'll be coming out with details once Thanksgiving and Black Friday is a little bit closer and I have those details more ironed out, but it will be pretty limited. I'm only planning probably like 20 to 25 packs, so stay tuned for that. But real quick recap of the show. I know I mentioned in the video, the turnout was great as far as both dealers at the show and then people attending the show. I mean, it was absolutely packed. I probably got there at about 9:30, and this particular show is scheduled to start at 10, and there were actually a decent amount of tables or dealers that weren't set up at their table when I got there at 9:30. However, I did talk to a few dealers at the show who said that they basically a lot of their inventory gets bought right when the show starts. I know Logan with Great Sports Cards was one of those, and then I talked to another dealer who said the same thing. Basically, when dealers are led into the mall, I think the other dealer I talked to said that the mall opens at 8 a.m. For the dealers to be let in and start getting set up. He said that repackers are there at 8 a.m. with the dealers waiting for the mall to open so they can hit the dealers like immediately before anyone else. So a lot of these dealers with the really, really good inventory do get, a lot of their stuff bought right when the show opens. Me getting there at 9:30, I actually thought I was getting there pretty early. Turns out I was, kind of late. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Great turnout. And then I know I did also mention in the video, the lighting, there were some lighting issues. Again, there's not really anything they can do about it because it's in the mall. It's really weird. Like some areas the lighting is amazing. It's perfect. There's no issues. And then there's some areas in the mall where it's super, super dark. And I literally had to get my flashlight on my phone out to see the cards in the, showcases. So lighting in some areas is not great, but I guess that's kind of a minor complaint. There's nothing really they can do about it. So other than that, that's really it. Other than, I also showed a couple dealers in the video that their prices were really, really high. I did want to kind of talk about that a little bit more, especially the guy with the Wembanyama cards that I was really interested in. I would have loved to have picked up probably like, 3, 4, 5 of those Wembanyama Phoenix cards, but the price, I can't pay triple or quadruple comps, and he wasn't really willing to work because they weren't his cards. And I think he said the guy sleeps till like 3 p.m. It was kind of hard to hear. He either said that he works till 3 p.m. or he sleeps till 3 p.m. I don't know. Either way, he couldn't call him and ask him about the prices, which, either way, if he's sleeping or if he's working, it doesn't really make sense to have someone set up at a show for you and you can't contact them to ask them about the prices that someone's offering. It doesn't really make sense to me, but it is what it is. So I guess that's, just a real quick recap about the show. Overall, really, really good. And luckily, I was able to make a decent amount of pickups in the last like 30 to 45 minutes because in that first hour, I think I only picked up like 1 or 2 cards. So it did start to get a little bit stressful because I did kind of have a deadline where I had to leave and get back here to Louisville. So it became a little bit stressful to try to find, something. I didn't want to drive all the way up to Cincinnati and go, to like a 200 dealer table show and pick up 2 cards. So luckily, towards the end of the show, we did pick up a few more cards. And I'm going to go in order of when these cards were picked up at the show. So the first two cards I picked up were actually two of these Prism Checkerboard cards. And I think I got the Lamar in the video. I don't actually think I showed the Chase Brown. So I picked up the red Checkerboard Lamar and then the Chase Brown. And that's something else I wanted to mention. I didn't really talk about in the video. And I don't know if anyone caught it or not. But when I picked up the Lamar, so first of all, I think I ended up getting these for 70 or 75. I'm not 100% sure. He had the price on that one at 55, and I don't think he had the price marked on that one. I think I got him somewhere around 70 or 75. So we ended up making the deal. And, you know, honestly, at these shows, especially at this show with the lighting, I'm really kind of just looking at centering. Nothing else I can really look at. So we go ahead and agree on price. I pay him. And then he tells me to get the Lamar graded. And I was like, yeah, I thought the centering looked pretty good. I'm probably going to check it out. And then he tells me that it was already previously graded as a 9 and it's been cracked out. And apparently, when it was graded as a 9, I guess somebody graded it for him and they got like he said there was a fingerprint on the back of it. And again, I haven't evaluated these, so I'll take a closer look at it. I haven't checked it out yet. I don't know if he got it off or not, but honestly, it would have been nice to know that this card had already been graded as a 9 before I picked it up. You know, it's kind of, I didn't love that he volunteered that fact after we made the deal, but I guess it is kind of nice to know. He did say, you know, the condition he thought looked good other than that fingerprint. So I'll check that out, you know, later on. And then I thought the Chase Brown actually looked pretty good as far as centering goes as well. Maybe a little bit off. And then it is off on the back for sure. But typically PSA is not nearly as tough on the back. So we'll check this one out as well. And there was another dealer that had a Chase Brown Donruss football emoji, and he was asking 50 on that one. I think they're doing like 30 or 40. So didn't end up picking that one up. But then we also picked up the Bo Nix and Drake May. So I'm a big fan of the red Pandoras. I think these cards look really, really nice. And this is, you know, I've really been looking for these at this show at Eastgate and then the last show I went to in Louisville. And honestly, I couldn't really find any of the big name quarterbacks like, you know, Jaden, Caleb Williams, or these guys. Or even like Marvin Harrison or Malik Neighbors. These are kind of hard to find. So once I saw these, I definitely wanted to make a deal on them. So I picked up the Drake May and the Bo Nix. Price marked on these were 85. I think I ended up getting these for 70. So I offered 65. He counted it at 70. So I ended up taking that. So was happy with those. And then I was having issues with my GoPro. So I did actually record this clip when I picked this one up on my phone. Picked up the CJ Stroud Select club level silver, and honestly I was shocked at the price. When I saw 30, I was like, man, that's gotta be mispriced, because if you think about it, if you pick up like a Select Blaster or Mega Box for $35 to $50 and you pull a silver CJ Stroud club level, you're probably gonna be like, yes, you know, I just won, that's an awesome pull. And then to find out this is literally like half the value of a Mega Box, it's kind of crazy. So, you know, if you don't get like a numbered CJ Stroud or like a Tiger or Zebra, it's just crazy. There's no way you can win. So that just kind of goes to my point that it's really, really hard to rip, you know, boxes right now just because the value of cards is so low. But anyway, I was happy with this one. I ended up getting it for 25 actually. So I asked him if he had any room. He said he'd do 25. So I went ahead and grabbed that. So we got the CJ Stroud club level silver. And then the final two pickups, I actually made these two pickups while I was walking out of the show. Final two pickups of the show. I had actually looked at this card earlier in the show and I did see like a little mark. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there was a little mark on the top of the card and I thought it was on the card. I asked him if I could take it out of the bag in the one touch, and it's actually on the mag. So it's not on the card. So the Stroud, actually, the centering looks good. You know, just to the naked eye, everything else looked good. And he had that priced at 65. And then also the Brandon Miller courtside flash, I think he was asking 30 on that. 25 or 30. So I think the total price was like 90 or 95. And again, I think I ended up getting these two for 70 or 75. So other than the Stroud, I picked up 2 cards from each dealer I made a deal with, and they were all right around like 70 or 75. So I think in total I spent right around $250. Very, very similar actually to the Louisville show I went to last weekend. Spent right around $250 as well. So anyway, I'm definitely going to check these out. I think, you know, again, just to the naked eye, they look good. But we also, you know, I love the select court sides, and it's, you know, a parallel of Brandon Miller. So figured we'd go ahead and pick those up. Was happy with that deal. And that is going to do it for the show recap and the pickups. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that show video, as well as seeing what I did pick up, because I know I didn't get all of these on the video. Again, I was having some GoPro issues, but hopefully we'll get that sorted out. But I do want to give away a card in this video, as always in my November videos. So just be a subscriber, like the video, and leave a comment. I'm going to give away the Prestige Auto. So when I opened that mega box, I did pull 2 autos out of there. So I'm going to give away one of the autos that I did pull, the Cooper DeJean Rookie Auto. So if anyone's interested, again, be a subscriber. Like the video, leave a comment, and you are in. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and I will see you guys soon.